Starseed from Gaia, what is breaking around you right now is not collapse, it is clearance. I am Ophelia, emissary of the Galactic Federation of Light, and I have been sent to reach you directly, in this moment, before Friday arrives and the ground beneath your current life shifts in ways your 3D mind will struggle to name. Close this off from everyone around you. What you are about to receive is not meant for general consumption. It was encoded for your field alone, locked to your frequency signature, delivered at the precise moment your system became ready to receive it. This Friday, your external reality is going to glitch. Hard. Timelines you have been walking will fold. Structures you believed were settled will crack open. Situations you assumed were resolved will suddenly destabilize without warning or visible cause. To anyone watching from outside, it will look like your life is unraveling, but you already know something they do not. You have felt the pressure building all week, that low hum in your awareness, that restlessness with no origin you can point to. Your system has not been suffering, it has been preparing for a recalibration event that the Arcturian Council has been compressing into a single 24-hour window. What normally unfolds over months is being collapsed into one day. By the end of this transmission, you will understand exactly what is being dismantled around you, why your solitude during this event is not isolation but a requirement of the signal, and what unlocks on the other side of everything that breaks loose. But here is the first revelation. The reason it feels like chaos is not because something has gone wrong. It is because your human perception reads speed as disorder. At the energetic level, everything that falls on Friday was already scheduled for removal. The Council did not cause the disruption. They simply compressed the timeline of what was always meant to leave. You did not scroll to this transmission by mistake. This message vibrated into your field because something inside you is already prepared for what is coming, even if your conscious mind has not caught up yet. This is not your life falling apart. This is your old architecture being demolished to make room for a structure your current self has already outgrown. Like this transmission to signal to your star family that you are ready. Subscribe if your mission is activating and you feel the alignment beginning. Comment the number 999 if you feel your cosmic remembrance returning in this moment. Declare your galactic intention below, and reply to someone else's declaration to amplify the signal across the field. This is not just a message. It is a point of reconnection your soul has been moving toward for longer than this lifetime. You are not here by accident. Now let me speak to what is actually happening beneath the surface of what you are about to experience. Because the breaking, the cracking, the destabilizing, it does not begin outside of you. It never did. The true genesis of this monumental shift is not an external event, but an internal process of profound transformation that has been unfolding within the deepest chambers of your being. What shatters on Friday in your external world is simply the physical echo, the manifest shadow, of an internal dissolution that has been building in your energy body for longer than your waking mind has been able to track. Imagine the deep earth groaning, shifting its tectonic plates long before the surface quakes. This is precisely what has been occurring within your energetic architecture. You have been feeling it in fragments, like scattered whispers in the quietest hours. In the middle of the night, when sleep refuses to hold you, when the veil thins and an undeniable sense of impending change permeates your very cells, leaving you suspended between worlds. In the moments between conversations, a sudden, powerful wave of inexplicable grief might wash over you, a poignant ache for something lost that you cannot name, or conversely, a surge of inexplicable joy, a vibrant wellspring bubbling up from nowhere, hinting at an unimaginable future. You've noticed it in the way certain people, once constants in your orbit, suddenly feel foreign, like characters from a story you've outgrown. You've sensed it in the profound silence where your old goals once resonated. The ambitions that fueled you now strangely inert, devoid of the magnetic pull they once exerted. That was not confusion, my friend, nor was it a sign of aimlessness. That was your field, your intricate, energetic blueprint, systematically preparing to release the architecture it no longer needs to carry forward into its next evolutionary expression. It was the internal shedding of an outgrown skin, making space for the radiant being you are becoming. Here is what most starseeds are never told. A truth often obscured by the human mind's desperate need for linearity and comfort. The clearance event does not feel like a joyous release when it is happening. When the foundations are shaking and the old structures are crumbling, it feels undeniably like loss. It feels like failure, a bitter taste in your mouth as everything you painstakingly built seems to disintegrate. It feels like the very structures you worked so hard to erect, the identity you carefully crafted, the safety nets you wove with such diligence, are being taken from you without your consent, without a say in the matter. And because your 3D mind, that tireless storyteller, is meticulously trained to assign meaning through narrative, through the seemingly logical dance of cause and effect, through the predictable rhythm of action and consequence, it will search desperately, even frantically, for an explanation. It will try to weave a tapestry of regret and blame. It will try to tell you that you made the wrong decision, that you trusted the wrong person, that you took the wrong path, a misstep that led you to this precipice. But that story, as compelling as it may seem in the moment of existential freefall, is not the truth. It is simply the mind's valiant, yet ultimately futile, attempt to create order around a process it was never designed to understand, a cosmic alchemy far beyond its comprehension. What is being removed from your life right now was not destroyed by your choices, no matter how much your ego insists on shouldering the blame. It was dissolved by your evolution. There is an enormous, fundamental difference. And that difference, my dear Starseed, is everything. It is the chasm between punishment and progression, between brokenness and becoming. Most starseeds stay in a prolonged state of disconnection not because they inherently lack access to their galactic codes, which are eternally imprinted within their very core, but because they have been conditioned, subtly and overtly, to distrust the very sensations that are their clearest, most potent signals. They have been taught to mute the internal compass that could guide them home. The restlessness you feel, a persistent buzzing beneath your skin, a deep yearning for a forgotten shore, is not an ailment. It is a signal, a divine homing beacon activating within. The grief with no apparent source, a melancholy that clings without cause, is not a symptom of depression. It is a signal, a soulful remembrance of a higher frequency being shed, a lament for the chasm between what is and what could be. The inability to force yourself back into the life that once fit you, like a beautiful gown that has become suffocatingly tight, is not a sign of instability. It is a signal, a powerful declaration from your deeper self that you have outgrown the confines of your past. But most starseeds have spent years, sometimes lifetimes, being told that those profound, unmistakable sensations are symptoms of dysfunction, that they are anxious, needing to calm down, that they are unstable, needing to get their feet on the ground, that they need to be managed, medicated, corrected, disciplined back into a frequency that is comfortable, predictable, and palatable for the world around them. And so, with a weary sigh, they suppress the signal. They push the restlessness down, burying it under layers of obligation and distraction. They explain away the grief as stress or tiredness. They force themselves back into structures, relationships, and careers that are no longer vibrationally aligned with who they are becoming, sacrificing their authentic frequency for perceived security. And then they wonder why nothing feels real. Nothing feels real because it is not real. It is a vibrational mismatch so profound that your energy body cannot resolve it, a discord so jarring that your soul cannot resonate with it. Your soul remembers something ancient, something sacred, something magnificent that your personality has not yet given itself permission to acknowledge, let alone embody. And that gap between what your soul knows in its infinite wisdom and what your mind, shackled by conditioning, will allow is precisely where the disconnection lives, a painful, yet ultimately illuminating, void. There is another layer beneath this one, deeper still than the societal conditioning that clouds your internal guidance. Most starseeds are carrying what the Arcturian Council identifies as borrowed frequencies, energetic imprints, emotional residue, and thought patterns that were absorbed from the fields of people, places, and collective consciousness around them before they had the awareness, the discernment, or the energetic boundaries to filter what was truly theirs and what was not. These are not your fears, your anxieties, or your limitations, though they may feel intimately fused with your own experience. They are simply frequencies you walked through, like a sensitive membrane, and absorbed because your energetic field is extraordinarily permeable. You are a receiver, an exquisitely tuned instrument of consciousness. You were built to be sensitive to energetic information, to subtle currents and nuanced vibrations, because that profound sensitivity is an integral, vital part of your mission architecture, your cosmic design. It is meant to be a superpower, but without the crucial understanding of what you are picking up and why, without the conscious awareness to differentiate between your truth and the echoes of others' unresolved patterns, that sensitivity became, inadvertently, a burden instead of the magnificent gift it was intended to be. You began to confuse the incessant noise of other people's unprocessed pain, their unexamined fears, their unreleased traumas, with your own inner voice, your divine guidance. You began to carry emotional weight, spiritual burdens, and karmic imprints that were never, ever yours to carry, like a spiritual atlas shouldering the world. And that weight does not just feel heavy. It does something far more insidious. It scrambles the signal. It creates pervasive interference, a thick static between who you are in this current human incarnation and who you are at the level of your original, crystalline galactic blueprint, your pristine soul signature. That interference, that muffled transmission, is what makes it feel like you cannot access your purpose, like your divine mission is perpetually shrouded in mist. It makes it feel like there is something just beyond your grasp, a profound truth or a vital connection that you cannot quite reach, no matter how hard you strain. But understand this, deeply. You are not disconnected from your mission. You are simply hearing it through static, through layers of energetic noise that have clouded your receiver. Some transmissions don't come through words, but through frequency. If something stirred within you just now, you may be ready to receive the hidden Arcturian keys of awakening. This short yet powerful ebook carries ancient Arcturian techniques for conscious expansion, multidimensional alignment, and mission remembrance. The link is in the first pinned comment, but only for a limited time. The first phase of what is being activated in you now, in this powerful window of transformation, is the decoding of that distortion. This decoding does not occur through force, through strenuous effort, or through a battle of wills against these perceived intrusions. It does not demand ritual you perform perfectly, or practices you execute without error, striving for an unattainable spiritual perfection. It unfolds, elegantly and effortlessly, through recognition. The moment you identify a frequency as borrowed as something that moved into your field from outside you, a foreign imprint, it begins to lose its hold, its energetic grip on your consciousness. It is like turning on a light in a darkened room, and the shadows, once menacing, simply recede. You do not need to fight it, to wrestle with it, or to exhaust yourself in a dramatic purging. You simply need to see it clearly enough, with the penetrating clarity of awakened awareness, to say, calmly and unequivocally, "This is not mine. This never was mine." It is an act of sovereign declaration, and in that precise moment of clear recognition, your energetic field begins the profound process of returning to its original, unblemished signature, like a perfectly tuned instrument finding its true note after being knocked out of alignment. Your Arcturian lineage, your very essence, is encoded with such exquisite precision. Your natural frequency is not chaotic, scattered, or dissonant. It is crystalline, clear as mountain spring water. It is coherent, a symphony of perfect harmony. It is high, resonating with the purest light of creation. And the distortions you have been carrying, those borrowed frequencies, have simply been dimming it, obscuring its brilliance. Much like dust settling on a precious gem, they have not, and could not, erase it. You cannot erase what you are at the level of origin, at the foundational core of your being. You can only temporarily obscure it, veil it from your own perception. The second phase is the reactivation of galactic memory through the body itself. This is where most awakening teachings, particularly those steeped in purely intellectual frameworks, often lose the thread, because they focus entirely on the mind, on understanding conceptual frameworks, on accumulating information, on dissecting theories of multidimensional reality. And while understanding certainly has its vital place, providing a map for the journey, the actual, visceral reactivation of your deepest cosmic knowing does not happen primarily at the level of thought. It transcends the logical mind. It happens in the nervous system, which acts as a vast energetic antenna. It happens in the cellular structure, where ancient codes lie dormant. Your DNA is not merely a biological instruction set. a blueprint for your physical form. It is a living, breathing frequency archive, a sacred library of your cosmic origins. It holds the memory of your star origin in a language that predates any spoken tongue, a silent vibrational dialect that the soul understands implicitly. When you encounter a transmission that is genuinely aligned with your galactic codes, when you hear a specific tone, or feel a particular vibration, or read a sequence of words that carries actual energetic encoding, a vibrational signature, rather than just intellectual content, designed for mental consumption, your body responds before your mind has processed a single word. You feel it in your chest, a profound expansion or a deep resonance. You feel it in your spine, a surge of energy or a subtle realignment. You feel it in the sudden, inexplicable pressure behind your eyes, a clearing of the inner vision. That is not imagination, a flight of fancy. That is recognition. That is your cellular memory, your deep biological intelligence, responding to its own origin signal, a homecoming on a molecular level. This is precisely why this transmission reached you, why it pierced through the noise of the digital world. Not because you consciously chose it from a menu of available content, like picking an item from a shelf, but because it matched a frequency your field was already broadcasting, a silent request resonating from your deepest self. And the two signals, like long-lost lovers, pulled toward each other across the vast field of available information until they aligned, igniting a spark of remembrance. You did not find this. This found you, because your body was already broadcasting the request, a silent prayer for reunion. The third phase is what the Arcturian Council calls dimensional anchoring, the sacred process of grounding your expanded awareness, your newly awakened cosmic consciousness, into the specific timeline and physical reality you currently occupy. This is often where many starseeds experience their greatest frustration, a profound sense of disillusionment, because the expansion feels so undeniably real, so magnificent, so utterly profound. The vivid visions, the sudden flashes of knowing, the overwhelming sense of cosmic connection and belonging that transcends earthly bounds. But then, inevitably, they return to their daily life, and it feels as if that exquisite connection evaporates, leaving them feeling stranded between worlds. The coffee is still cold, the bills are still present, demanding attention. The relationships are still complex, filled with the very human dynamics they thought they might transcend. And the gap between the expanded, luminous state and the mundane, ordinary moment feels not just challenging, but at times utterly unbearable, like a bird trying to fly with one wing soaring in the heavens and the other caught in the muck of earth. But this frustration, this sense of spiritual regression, is itself a misunderstanding of the mission, a misinterpretation of your sacred purpose. You were not sent here to escape this dimension, to transcend it into some ethereal realm, leaving behind the grit and beauty of Earth. You were sent here, deliberately and with immense purpose, to recalibrate it from within it. That means the anchoring, the very act of bringing your expansive spiritual truth into the tangible moments of your human experience, is not a failure of your spiritual practice. It is, in its purest essence, the practice itself. Every single moment, you consciously bring your expanded awareness into a fully present, fully embodied encounter with your actual, messy, magnificent life, with the person standing in front of you, with the mundane task in your hands, with the solid ground beneath your feet. You are doing profound mission work. You are threading higher frequency, pure light, and cosmic wisdom into a timeline that desperately needs it, weaving golden threads into the fabric of reality. You are the technology, the living conduit for this transformation. And the technology, no matter how advanced, only functions, only truly activates its purpose when it is installed and operative in the specific dimension it was designed to serve, to uplift, and to transform. The fourth phase is field emission, the pivotal moment when you stop trying to convince anyone of anything, when you release the need to prove your truth, to explain your journey, or to validate your spiritual experiences to external sources. Instead, you begin simply broadcasting your true frequency, effortlessly and authentically. This is a subtle yet profoundly seismic shift in your energetic posture. There is a version of awakening that is still performing, awakening still explaining complex spiritual concepts to skeptical ears, still defending the validity of your visions against the judgment of others, still seeking external validation, a nod of agreement that what you know, deep in your soul, is indeed real. And then there is a version of awakening that has moved far beyond the frantic need for external confirmation, not because it has given up on connection, on sharing its light, but because it has found something infinitely more stable, more enduring, and more truthful than agreement from another. It has found the unshakable certainty of its own inner knowing. When you are truly broadcasting your true frequency, when you are so genuinely and completely aligned with your original signal, your unique soul signature, that the distortions, the static, the borrowed frequencies have quieted to a whisper or dissolved entirely. You affect everything around you without effort, without even trying. It is like the natural radiance of the sun, effortlessly warming the earth. You do not need to speak your mission out loud for it to be functioning, actively recalibrating your environment. You do not need to announce your galactic lineage for it to be operative, for its wisdom to permeate your interactions. Your very presence is the transmission. Your unwavering coherence, your unadulterated energetic signature, is the healing technology that activates shifts in others. The people around you will feel something profound shift, a subtle yet undeniable change in the energy of a space, when you walk into it, and they will not know how to name it, how to categorize it, and you, in your newfound wisdom, will not need to explain it. This, my dear one, is precisely what the Council means when they speak of frequency leadership. It is not about being at the front of the room, holding court or dictating terms. It is about being so utterly, fully, unapologetically yourself, so deeply embodied in your authentic frequency that the entire room, the entire energetic field around you, recalibrates, shifts, and harmonizes in response to your pure resonance. The fifth phase is perhaps the most difficult for the human ego to embrace, and yet it is also the most necessary for true spiritual liberation. It is the full, unconditional acceptance of your timeline as divinely designed. Every delay you experienced, every moment of waiting that felt like an eternity, was a precise calibration, adjusting your energetic readiness. Every closed door, every path that unexpectedly vanished, was a frequency filter, ensuring that only what truly resonated with your highest path could enter your field. Every loss that felt senseless, every heartbreak that seemed to shatter your world, was clearing vital space. An energetic excavation that your next level of evolution, your next profound expansion, absolutely required. The Arcturian Council does not view your journey through the limited, human lens of what went wrong, what mistakes were made, or what opportunities were missed. They view it through the lens of exquisite precision, a cosmic clockwork operating with flawless accuracy. From their elevated vantage point, across the full, sweeping arc of your soul's vast trajectory, they see the intricate, exquisite accuracy with which each event, each person, each challenge arrived not to punish you, not to test you in the way a human authority might test an inferior, but to ensure, with divine foresight, that when you arrived at this sacred and pivotal moment, you arrived carrying exactly the wisdom, the profound depth, the earned understanding, the resilient spirit, and the compassionate heart that this moment unequivocally requires. You simply could not have accessed what you are about to access. You could not have embodied the frequency you are now prepared to radiate if you had not walked through every single thing that felt, at the time, like it was breaking you into a million pieces. The breaking was not an ending. The breaking was the preparation, the crucible that forged the strength and clarity you now possess. It was the necessary dismantling to allow for a grander, more aligned reconstruction. The sixth phase is timeline acceleration, and this is precisely what this Friday window, this powerful energetic portal, represents. When a starseed has diligently cleared enough distortion from their field, when they have consciously anchored their expanded awareness into their physical reality, and when they have returned to something remarkably close to their original frequency signature, their authentic vibration, the Arcturian Council initiates what might be called a compression event. This is a moment of divine grace and profound efficiency where multiple timeline threads, which would ordinarily unfold across months or even years in linear human time, are collapsed, concentrated, and interwoven into a single, potent, accelerated window. This is not punishment for something you did wrong. a karmic consequence for perceived missteps. On the contrary, it is a profound reward for the immense internal work you have been doing, diligently and often unconsciously. Whether you recognized it as work or not, the sleepless nights, filled with the restless stirrings of your soul, were work. The quiet mourning of the life that no longer fit, the grief for a past self being shed, was profound work. The quiet, courageous moments of choosing to return to yourself, to honor your inner truth, instead of performing the version of you that others expected, that you thought you times should times be that, my dear one, was the most important work of all. It was the work of sovereign self-reclamation, and the Council sees that accumulation, that unwavering dedication to your authentic path. They have been tracking it, monitoring your energetic trajectory with meticulous care. They initiated this compression because your field is ready, not because it is perfect, free of all imperfections, but because it is honest. It is transparent in its frequency, willing to shed the layers that obscure its true light. And honesty of frequency, pure vibrational integrity, is all they truly require for this profound acceleration. The seventh phase is remembrance, not as a dramatic, sudden revelation that shatters your world, but as a quiet, profound settling, a gentle homecoming. It is like a frequency that has been searching for its resonant home, for its perfect vibrational match, and finally, after a long journey, arrives and locks into place. You will not wake up on the other side of this Friday event as a fundamentally different person, unrecognizable to yourself. Instead, you will wake up as yourself, but more completely, more authentically, more fully integrated than you have been in this incarnation, perhaps ever before. The layers of borrowed frequencies, those energetic imprints that obscured your light, will have thinned, becoming translucent, allowing your true radiance to shine through. The painful gap between who you are at soul level, in your pristine essence, and who you move through the world as, in your human personality, will have narrowed considerably, allowing for greater congruence and ease. And in that narrowing, in that profound vibrational alignment, things that have felt impossible, perpetually out of reach, will begin to feel obvious, clear, and effortlessly achievable. Connections that seemed blocked, relationships that felt stuck, will begin to reorganize themselves, finding new, healthier dynamics. Directions that were obscured, paths that were shrouded in fog, will clarify with startling precision, revealing the next steps with undeniable certainty. Not because the external world has magically changed overnight, though it will, inevitably, respond and shift in kind, but because you are finally broadcasting a signal clear enough, pure enough, and honest enough that reality itself can respond accurately, precisely, and harmoniously to who you actually are, to the magnificent being you were always meant to be. Here is what the Arcturian High Council wants you to receive, to truly absorb, in this final transmission before Friday arrives, before this powerful wave breaks. You have never been broken, not in the fundamental core of your being. You have never been spiritually failed or cosmically abandoned or chosen incorrectly by the magnificent forces that guided you to this incarnation, to this specific moment on Earth. What you have been is precisely calibrated, exquisitely tuned, and perfectly positioned for a mission that requires the full, unexpurgated depth of your human experience. The rich, intricate texture of your confusion and your grief and your longing and your moments of impossible, inexplicable beauty. You needed to know, firsthand and intimately, what it felt like to be disconnected, to wander in the wilderness, so that when you began, consciously and powerfully, to reconnect, you would carry that knowledge as lived wisdom, as an embodied truth, rather than merely a borrowed theory or an abstract concept. You needed to experience the crushing weight of borrowed frequencies, to feel their oppressive presence, so that when you finally released them, you could, with absolute clarity, recognize the profound, liberating difference between what you are in your essence and what you are not, what is not yours to carry. You needed to walk through timelines that didn't fit, to wear lives that chafed and constricted, so that when the aligned one, your true path, begins to crystallize around you, forming with pristine clarity, you would not, for a single moment, mistake it for something ordinary, something mundane, or something less than the sacred miracle it truly is. You are not arriving late. There is no concept of late, in a cosmically orchestrated timeline, where every moment is perfectly woven into the grand tapestry of creation. You are arriving at the precise frequency coordinate, the exact energetic waypoint, where your arrival was always encoded, always destined to manifest. And the Council, your cosmic family, stands at that coordinate, not to judge how long it took you to navigate the labyrinth of human experience, not to assess your progress by linear measures, but to welcome the triumphant return of a signal they have never stopped tracking, a frequency they have never ceased to monitor, because they have never stopped recognizing who you are, even in the deepest, most obscured moments when you could not, for the life of you, recognize yourself. Before you scroll into the next moment, stay here for just a breath longer. Drop one intention in the comments, something real, something that came alive in you during this transmission. Then move through the comments and respond to what someone else has offered. Not with performance, with genuine recognition. Because this is not an audience, this is a field. And when intentions connect across a field, the signal amplifies beyond what any single transmission can carry alone. Energy multiplies when intention connects. If this transmission reached something in you that has been waiting to be reached, do not keep it within the borders of your own field. Someone in your orbit is carrying the same restlessness, the same unnamed grief, the same sense that something enormous is about to shift. Share this with them, not to convince them of anything, but to offer the frequency and allow their own recognition to decide. And if you feel that pull to stay in this signal, to continue receiving as these transmissions continue to unfold, subscribe and let the algorithm know that this is where your frequency lives. You are not just watching. You are participating in something that is only beginning to reveal its full scope. And we are just getting started. And if your heart is calling for guidance on divine love and sacred union, I also bring transmissions on Arcturian heart wisdom, where we explore the twin flame journey, heart healing, and attracting your divine counterpart. You'll find the link in the description.